Did you know that there's such a thing as a Bossa Waltz? Because Bossa Nova is supposed to be in 2/4 or 4/4 time, right? Duple meter. But what a Bossa Waltz is trying to capture that syncopation and the essence, the vibe of a Bossa, but in 3/4 time. So if that's true, can we capture all of those essential elements of a rumba, but do it in 5? What I want to show you in this video is, yes, we can. Whenever I come up with what I think is a cool little song idea, a little snippet, little riff, I put it in my phone. So I have hundreds of these little ideas. And I like to piece those together or make those a launching pad for maybe an improvisation or an actual song. And that's what you should be doing. We all have recorders now in our pockets with our phones. And the other day I was just going through these and just checking some stuff out, and I came across this cool one. And check this out. So I was listening to that and I didn't have a title for it. And well, that's a cool little groove. That's interesting. And I didn't even dawn on me that it was in 5/4 time. So sometimes I get on these tangents where I love to do things in 5 and 7 and just mess around with those. They're really cool. And I think the whole purpose of this, if you have no interest in odd time signatures, the real reason to get into them, and I think if you start doing them, you'll really start to nerd out and really love them. It just heightens your rhythmic awareness, is how I like to put it, because most things are going to be in 4/4 time or 3/4. But if we can up the ante on that by doing something a little bit weird, certainly counting to 5 or counting to 7, and then in flamenco we're counting to 12. That's an even number, but then we have oddly dispersed accents among those 12 beats. It's just going to make you a better player for the stuff that we do 90% of the time, which is probably going to be in 3/4 or 4/4. So here I want to show you several ways that we can take a rumba and still have all of the essential things for a rumba, like putting the accents where we should, and there's different ways to play a rumba, and we'll talk all about that. But if we put in this extra phantom beat at the end, it gives us this nice, mysterious kind of breathing room space at the end of the measure. And if we do it right, the listener won't even tell that it's in 5/4 time. Before we get started counting in 5, we're going to be in 4/4 time just for a little bit to set us up. But before we do that, let's just take a look real quick at the most famous, I think, song in 5. Take 5, a very cool song, and one that you should practice improvising over for the same reason that I'm talking about heightening our rhythmic awareness. If you can get better at improvising in 5/4 time, then you're just going to have so much more command over the normal stuff. I'm going to start out playing just a basic strumming rumba pattern using an E minor chord. I'm going to show you some really cool, what I think are some really tasty and awesome chords in the key of E minor in a second. And we're going to go up and down the neck. But just take an E minor chord. And now again, we're in 4/4 time now. We're not in 5 yet. And we're just going to go down and up on the 8th notes in 4/4 time. And then we'll start to get more complicated. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... That's 8 8th notes. Now let's try to not play on the 3, so just let it ring. 1 and 2 and... Now that's such a common strum. We're not really in rumba territory yet, although that overlaps with a rumba. You can play that if you want to over any rumba. There's millions of pop songs that use exactly that rhythm. It's such a ubiquitous rhythm. You must know this rhythm. Careful though, if you're just starting out with this, don't hesitate with your finger. We don't want to go like this. 1 and 2 and then when we have this gap here, that if your finger stops, then you're screwed. You're not going to do it right. Keep your finger moving. So over the 3, we're going to pretend that we struck the strings, but we're not going to do it. So keep your finger moving. Watch. 1 and 2 and skip the strings. There it is. Down, up, skip, up, down, up. Okay. If we hit it a little bit harder on the and of 2, that's an important rumba element. Accent on the and of 2. That's right here. 1 and 2 and 4 and... Another good place for an accent other than the 1, the very beginning of the measure, is on the 4, so there we'll slap. Okay, so we'll go 1 and 2 and... Now right there before the slap, it feels kind of bad to go up with your index and then slap, because look, my index is stuck here, but I need an open palm. So at this instant, I would rather be like this. So that's a perfect reason why most people are going to go up with their thumb just before a slap. It just puts you in slap position, okay? So I'm going to go 1 and 2 and then right here I come up with my thumb and slap and. We're just playing a basic rumba right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Notice I put 2 thumb upstrokes there. I put one before the tie in the measure. I just like the way that feels. Down, up, slap, that. So I'll be using different fingers for different strokes. It doesn't really matter, whatever feels good to you. But when we are slapping, this kind of slap, an open palm slap, it does make sense to precede it with a thumb upstroke if there is an eighth note to be had before that slap, if that makes any sense. You can also do this slap, which I love, in which case, forget about everything I just said because we need to bring our finger in and go like that. So that would sound like this. 1 and 2 and I love that one. I like it better than the open palm slap. Okay, all we have to do is add a beat to it. It's as simple as that for now, and it'll get weirder later. But like I said, counting in 5 is just going to be so great for you because it's going to make 4/4 seem so much less daunting. So we go like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and. So just after the slap, we go slap. Remember that was the 4th beat? Slap, up, down, up. So it's 3 strokes after the slap. 4 and 5 and. Now let's do it with these very cool chords. So instead of playing the Andalusian cadence, which we do all the time, right? E minor, D to C to B. We're gonna go E minor, but play it this way. This is an easier way, much easier way, because I'm not barring, to play E minor. It's a great way. I love the way that sounds, and we'll turn it into a little riff later on. Now for D, we'll go like this. So we got all the essential elements of a D chord, the root, the 5th, the 3rd, and then we have the open G string, which is not in the chord, and the open E, also not in the chord, but those are in the key, and they're important notes in the key, so we can use them as these little kind of ornamental embellishment notes. Is it E minor? Down to B minor, which is same as this one, but down on the 2nd fret, and then to the C chord, which look just like the D one. Now let's apply our 5/4 Rumba pattern that we just did to this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and. A little faster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So paradoxically, things are going to get easier technique-wise. We're going to play fewer strokes in a minute, but it's going to be harder because we have to really know exactly where we are. So the good thing about doing it the way we just did it is we hear each and every 8th note in the measure. There's 10 of them now, right, instead of 8. And then we just have kind of a grid and we can count along. So we have to be able to feel that underlying template first, and so that we can play with it and skip things, right? So with that in mind, let's go to the other way, super common and awesome way to play a rumba, which is a 3-3-2 pattern, where we go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1. The 3-3-2 idea really gets right to the point of where the accents are. On the 1, on the and of 2, if we're counting 8 notes in 4/4 time, and on the 4. So we say, if we say 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, it's all taken care of for us. It's kind of like spoon feeds us the accents. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay, now all we're gonna do is add a beat, like I said before. So let's take an E minor chord, but this time let's fancy it up and play E minor add 9, or add 2 if you like. Putting an F sharp note in there, and mysterious, and then we're going to go to this chord, the flat 6, a C major 7th chord with G in the bass. Okay, now here's our pattern, but instead of 3-3-2, we're going to have 3-3-2-2. We go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2. Descending phrase there at the end. That's our E minor scale. In my monthly membership, I have all kinds of teaching materials and all kinds of subjects. You can find the full tab and play along video for this inside the music and improvisation area, where I talk about different rhythmic ideas and exercises you need to know. Those first 2 examples gave us each and every 8th note, so it's kind of easy to keep track, or easier than it would be otherwise. But now let's collapse some of those 8th notes into quarter notes and dotted quarter notes, make it a little bit harder, and we have to really know where we are now. So without even worrying about a chord, let's just strum I'm shooting for the treble strings here because that's E minor. It doesn't really matter though, you can hit more strings. And we're gonna go like this. I use a different slap there, the one that I like, right? Or you could go, okay? But the idea here is we need to count 3 eighth notes on that first stroke, another 3 eighth notes on the next one, then we're gonna slap, and then we have up or down on the 5th beat. So we're saying 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5. That's one way to count it, but the arpeggio that we just did, the 3, 3, 2, 2, we could do it that way too. We could say 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. So the slap counts for 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2. Let's do it on E minor. I love that groove. This is the slap where I'm taking my index finger and going down and just about immediately killing it and trying to really get that snare drum hit. Let's do the same exact thing with these chords that we did earlier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I snuck in an upstroke there. I'm getting fancier on you too early, but we can, as long as we can start to feel that groove, we can do anything we want in the gaps. That leads us exactly to this riff that I was hearing in that voice recorder that I started with when I listened back to the previous one, before the one that I played for you. And then we go like this. This is very cool, I think. Great little riff, almost sounds like some rock song or something. I'm just playing essentially the chords that we did earlier, but just sticking to the 5th string and the 4th string, and then the open G. So I'm just playing, then down to D, then to B, to C, and then here, just to kind of fill in the gap or have something different at the end, this hammer on to a C note. I'm doing all thumb rest strokes here. So we can count this way. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2. Now let's play the full chords, get that riff, and then strum anything else that you want in between. I really encourage you to get more into odd time signature stuff. It's really great for our rhythm, and you can taste the vitamins. It's definitely good for you. And I just like listening to it and kind of nerding out on that stuff. And now if you think 5 is weird, what about 11? Take a look at this video where we go to 11.